Excel just made importing data ridiculously easy. With the new IMPORTCSV and IMPORTTEXT functions, you can pull external data straight into your worksheets with a single formula. Let's check them out. Now, open in front of you, I've got an example of a CSV file that I'm going to utilize the new Excel import CSV function and bring this data directly into my Excel worksheet. Now, as you can see, this is just open up inside a notepad, just a standard text editor. And I've got some column headers for this data, date, store location, product category, and so on. And then down below, I got all the records, each of the values separated by a comma. I'm going to close this file. And inside of Excel, I'm going to utilize the new import CSV function to bring that data in, all through a formula. So I'll grab a cell, equals import CSV, open up that parentheses, and it takes a few arguments here, but one of them is required. It's the path. Now, the path could be a folder directory path inside your computer. It could be a URL. Maybe your CSV file is hosted somewhere online, and I can grab that data and import it into Excel. So I'm going to use just the local path. So I'll find my document here. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to go down to copy as path. We'll get rid of that. I'm going to jump back into my formula, and I'll paste it in. Now, I'm not going to paste with the active content. Now, it did throw quotes around it, and that's important because the path is a string value, a text value. I'll close the parentheses. I'm going to hit my enter key. This might take just a moment, or it could be really quick. I'll hit enter, and there's the CSV data directly inside my Excel document, all through a single formula. Now, that was pretty quick. Import CSV, give it the path, and you got that data inside your Excel worksheet, all through a single formula. Now, let's take this a step further. Because the import CSV is a function, we can then nest that inside of other Excel functions to get it to do more for us. Now, right now, the import CSV is doing a complete dump of all of the data inside of that CSV file. Well, perhaps I don't want all the data. I want a summary of the data. So in steps the group by function. Take a look. So I'm going to expand my formula bar there. And the first thing I'm going to do is bring in a let function. The let function is going to allow us to store that import CSV, the returning table, inside of a name that we can then reference throughout the formula. So I'll bring in let, open my parentheses, and I'm going to Alt Enter to wrap that down. So now I'm going to create a name called data, comma, and it's going to reference this import of that CSV file. I'm going to do a comma there at the end because I'm now done with the name and value pairing, and I'm going to Alt Enter to wrap down another line. So data now holds the return of import CSV. Now I'm going to bring in the group by. The group by needs a row field, a value, and a function. So first, I'm going to use the choose calls to then reference the data from import CSV. And I'm going to tell it to return for the row fields, the second column or store location. I'm going to put a 2 in there. I'll close that choose calls, comma. The next thing that the group by needs is the value column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to grab the 5th column for units sold. I want to get total units sold. So I'll use another choose calls. It's going to grab from the data. I'm going to give it the 5th column, and I'll close the parentheses for that choose calls. Then I'm going to do a comma, and it needs to know the function. What function is it going to apply to that 5th column? I'm just going to grab sum. So I'm done with the group by. I'll close that one. I'm then going to close the let function. Now, this is going to work partially, but it's going to break, and I'll show us how to fix it. So I'm going to hit the enter key, get my results. I've got my locations, plus I got a total, but my values are broken. So if I go back to the first cell that contains the formula, 2 fixes. I need to get rid of the total that's the, oh, and actually I want to keep the total there, but I need to fix the values. All of the units sold are being treated like text. So I need to make sure that those are converted to a numeric value. So for my second choose calls, that data 5, I'm going to wrap that inside of a value. And I'm going to close the parentheses around that. Again, I'll hit my enter key. And almost there, I've now got my locations there, but now I've got this store location in there, which breaks, and it's breaking my total. This store location is actually the header within the list. Okay? So I need to get rid of that. I'm going to go back to A1. Inside my import CSV, just after the path, just after the close quote there, I'll do a comma, which gets me into the skip rows argument. I'm going to tell it to skip the first row or one row inside the data set. So I'll say 1, hit my enter key, and there's my summary. So cool. Utilizing the import CSV to bring that data in, and then we can start nesting that within other functions to do more with that data, such as summarize it. Now that was an example of the import CSV function. There's actually 2 new functions. Import CSV, we just saw, a comma delimited file, but you've also got import text, and it's got a small difference in there, but a pretty significant one. With the import CSV, it's a CSV file, so it's a comma delimited file. With the import text, you get to specify the delimiter, whether that delimiter is a comma or a space or a hyphen or whatever it might be. You get to specify what that delimiter is utilizing the import text function. So try these out. They right now, as of this recording, they are specific to the beta channel within Microsoft Office or Microsoft 365. So you may not have access to them just yet. But once they do, once Microsoft releases it to the public, you can now import CSV files and text files with whatever delimiter directly into Excel with a simple formula. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure you hit that thumbs up. I appreciate that. And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button so you get updates about new videos that we add to this channel each week on Microsoft Excel and other Office applications. I'll see you in the next video.